Hi, and welcome to this special edition of Winner's Corner. This Saturday, it's time for the Olympic Trot Final. As usual, Åby Racetrack in Gothenburg is the scene. The distance is 2,140 meters, and the race will take place in the 11th race of the day. That is the last V75 leg. With us here to help us to go through this race, we have our expert, Harry Schiedel. Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Maria. Always an honor to be with you here.
And why don't we just take a look at what it looked like last year? Harry, comments.
Fantastic finish here. Göran Antonsson, the Norwegian owner of Lionel Eno, trained by Daniel Redén, flies at the finish to win, and you can see the excitement, the whole of Norway cheering. He's there in the roundup this year as well, and he's going to be there at the finish.
And like you said, last year he won. What are his chances, you think, this year compared to last year? Is the field is it a more difficult field, more difficult competitors?
I think it's a more open field, and I think there are 4 or 5 horses that definitely all have a very big claim to winning here. But you've got to give credit to Daniel Redén. His stable is coming into absolute top form, and he's just got that uncanny ability of getting his horses ready for the big day in top form. And you can expect that Lionel Eno is definitely going to be up there at the finish.
Very well then, but we start with the horses. We go through them in the correct order, and we start with the favorite, actually, number 1, Day or Night In, Johan Untersteiner's Great Stallion. 3 straight wins this year. Is he your favorite to win this as well as the rest of the
Unfortunately, he's not, but I've got to give full credit. Johan Untersteiner, I mean, Day or Night In is the correct name. I've had sleepless nights with this race. Day or Night In has done everything he's been asked of. This is obviously an incredibly capable horse. As I say, it's so little to separate Lionel Eno and 4 Ringo Starr Treb. It's really position and the form, and Day or Night In is in form.
Number 2, Give It Gas and Go, is originally from the US, represents Norway here. He's the youngest horse in the field with his 4 years. Has been out over this full distance only once earlier. Is he would you say, is it unfair to say that he's been thrown off in the deep end of the pool here?
I think very much so. Frode Hamre, a great Norwegian trainer, but Give It Gas and Go. Erik Adielsson up, I think is going to have a lot more than gas to get to the finish in the top 3. But as I say, a horse that possibly we can expect more of later.
Number 3, On Track Piraten. He participated in this race last year. Ended up in the back of the field then. Are his chances of succeeding this year higher, you'd say?
You never get surprised with On Track Piraten. You've got to take your hat off to Hans R. Strömberg, a small trainer who's literally time and time again shown the world that On Track Piraten, if it hadn't been for Maharaja, would probably have been the Maharaja of yesteryear. He's still there, he's still winning, he is always dangerous. So come on Track Piraten.
Number 4, Ringo Starr Treb, is Jerry Riordan's 8-year-old stallion. Performed beautifully last year. Won, amongst other fine races, Sundsvall Open Trot. Harry, how do you regard his chances here?
According to Jerry Riordan, he's coming back into form. Have a look at this picture of absolute will to win. Ringo Starr Treb is showing signs of coming back and in good form. And honestly, he's fast out. He is going to be something else on Saturday in the Olympic trot. And it's my first tip, actually. I'm saying Ringo Starr Treb.
Number 5, Lionel Eno. We've already talked about him. We saw when he won here last year. What are the chances that he will do it again this Saturday?
You can't ignore him. As I say, this is why this race is so incredibly good. In fact, it represents what I think the Olympics do. Horses from all nations and all with a fairly good chance. There's very few horses in this race that you can rate and say, well, they're not going to be in the first 3. And you can't blame Lionel Eno. He won last year. Göran Antonsson drove. He's driving again, the owner. Daniel Redén, the trainer. Well, that's a tremendous combination.
And what do you have to say about number 6, Cruzado de la Noche, then?
Oh, my heart sank. Cruzado de la Noche. Ulf Olsen, I must give him full credit, admitting that Cruzado de la Noche should have beaten number 10, Bo Mack, in Bag Salka last time out in the V75, but lost the race because he couldn't get the earplugs out to give Cruzado de la Noche that extra kick. So they're certainly coming with a very capable horse, and he could be the outsider in the field.
Denmark's contribution to this race is number 7, Take Them. I know that you like this horse.
Oh, I love Take Them. You've got to separate your heart from your brain. And Stian Juhl, an icon in Danish racing, Take Them. He never lets you down. And the times I've seen him in Sweden, he literally takes them and he cleans them out. And I really hope Take Them is going to be up there at the finish this year.
Number 8, Zenith Brick, is trained by super trainer Timo Nurmos and driven by super driver Björn Goop. What do you want to say about this equipage?
What more can you say? Zenith Brick has gone from strength to strength over the last few months to the end of the winter. He's been winning the Gold Division on several times. This is a capable customer. Timo Nurmos, we don't have to introduce him. The likes of Ridley Express, Vincent, the horse coming up as a 3-year-old coming forward. Zenith Brick must always be regarded with respect.
Number 9, Titti Jeppson, the only mare in this field, represents Italy, driven by Örjan Kihlström. What do you know about her?
She's actually very, very capable, and if there's any outsider at really good odds, and with Örjan Kihlström, who I rate as the greatest driver in the world, I think Titti Jeppson could be one to fight for the minor placings.
And then finally we have number 10, Bomek, the oldest gentleman in this field with his 11 years. He actually beat Cruzado de la Noche in his last race. What are his chances of shocking the betters and winning this race?
I think very, very small. I must say, Bomek, I'll never forget Torbjörn Jansson in tears when they won the Derby. For Timo Nurmos was the trainer then. Bomek had a layoff for a couple of years, has come back strongly. And this is what makes Swedish Harness Racing so fantastic, is that you've got an 11-year-old that comes back and is winning the Gold Division races, beating the likes of Cruzado de la Noche and company. Bomek, I take my hat off to you, but I'm sorry, you're not in the first 4.
Not in the first 4. Okay, Harry, will you now then give us what horses are placing in the top 3?
My top 3, 4, Ringo Starr Treb. I really see him getting away to a good start. I think he's going to win. I think second, I definitely must include last year's winner 5, Lionel N.O. And I then go for number 1, Day or Night in Johan Untersteiner. They are always thereabouts. And if I have to take a 4th horse, well, I'm taking 7, Take Them.
Thank you so much for your thoughts, that you shared them, Harry. And of course, you find out more information about the Olympic Trot Final at our website, swedishhorseracing.com. And enjoy now this fine race at Åby Racetrack this Saturday. Bye-bye.